Hey guys, so today's tutorial is the smoky eye look with a little bit of Arabic inspired liner and these amazing lashes, which are drugstore. Stay tuned. If you'd like to see how I got this look, just please keep watching. First, I'm going to prime my lids using a MAC paint pot in soft ochre. If you're fair like me, absolutely feel free to use Painterly. It's what I could have used, but I always use this one. It's just a little bit too yellow for me right now. Now I'm doing my brows, which I never do on camera, so I don't know why I'm showing you this, but it is the Soft Brown Dip Brow Pomade by Anastasia at Beverly Hills. There are a lot of products that do similar things. This is the one that I purchased and I really like the longevity and the wear of this product. So this is how I fill in my brows. I overfill them just a little bit and I don't go very heavy in the inner portion of the brow. Now I'm taking this Makeup Geek shadow in Babyface, which is just kind of like a light to medium bone shade, almost like a grayish bone shade, if that makes sense. And I'm just going to apply this to the inner portion of the eye. And now I'm using a shadow shield. This is going to help create that sort of line that I have, and I will link where you buy these down below. You can get them on the Makeup Geek website. Now I'm taking Frappe by Makeup Geek and a MAC 217 brush, and I'm just going to use that to buff in this color to the outer portion of the eye, and I'm going to slowly start fading that into the bone shade that I placed down. It's supposed to have a very nice smooth transition with the majority of the color on the outer portion of the eye, as you will see. And I am going up into that crease, or I'm using air quotes, but you can't see because I'm doing a voiceover. I have a hooded eye, so where your crease should be, we'll say. Now I'm taking Cocoa Bear and I'm just applying this pretty much to the same area. I'm using the same brush. I just want to deepen the color a little bit. Now that Frappe shadow that I put down before kind of acts as more of a transition shade, so this darker shade blends out easier and it gives it more of a gradient effect. So that's what I'm doing here. Now I'm taking Corrupt. This is the Blackest Black shadow, and so many people say that, and there are plenty of really black eyeshadows out there, but this one is really affordable, and I mean seriously, look at that pigment, you guys, and look at how black that is. So I'm applying this with a flat shader brush, and now I'm using an E36, I believe, by Sigma. It's just a teeny tiny little blending brush, and I'm just softening up those edges, but you don't want to over blend the black, otherwise everything's going to look really muddy. Now I'm taking a Makeup Forever eyeliner pencil in black, and I'm filling in my waterline and my tight line. Again, I'll list all the products down below along with links so you can purchase them easily. And I love this because it stays pretty well in your waterline. And now I'm just using a pencil brush and more of that Corrupt shadow, and I'm applying pretty heavily black eyeshadow on my lower lash line, and I'm sort of tapering that into the inner tear duct area. I want to leave the beginning portion kind of open. Now I'm taking Cocoa Bear, and I believe this is an I don't remember the name of this brush. It's a tapered blending brush from Sigma, and applying that to the inner corner. And now I'm taking that E36 again with just a tiny bit of Cocoa Bear and softening up that line. I do want it to stay pretty defined, but I just want to add a little bit of warmth underneath to soften it just a little bit so it's not extremely harsh, if that makes sense. I want it kind of harsh, if that's a thing. And now I'm using my Benefit They're Real push-up liner and a little brush to do the inner wing. This is really hard to do on camera, so I had to go off a little bit, but that liner is my favorite for that job. And these lashes are Vegas Nay Grand Glamour. You can get them at Target. I believe they're sold out online, but look at how bomb. Drugstore lashes, you guys. I believe they're $7.99. They look like they're like $799. They're so beautiful. Now I'm applying a mascara just to blend in my lashes to the falsies and pretty heavily on the lower lash line. And now for my skin, I'm going to be using the Cetaphil Oil Control moisturizer. I've been getting oily and I just don't know what to do with my life right now. I've always had dry skin. So I apply that all over my face. I usually only get oily in my T-zone, but now I'm using an Hourglass number 28 primer on my cheeks and the lower portion of my face that still is really dry since I'm now combo apparently. And now I'm using this Verikos Ultra Matte Primer. I got this from Mimi Box Shop. I'll link it down below, but any mattifying primer that you have will work. If you have any oil in your T-zone, use an oil absorbing primer. I feel like I just repeated myself. I'm really bad at voiceovers today. I love you. Now for foundation, I'm using my MAC Studio Fix Fluid. I believe I'm an NC25 today, but I'm kind of just making that up. I'm not really sure. Kind of pale. And I'm applying this all over my skin with a beauty blender. And I like this method when my skin is a little bit more on the clear side because I wouldn't say it thins out the foundation, but it does a little bit. The coverage goes down a tiny bit, but it does a really great job of pressing the foundation into the skin and making it look more natural. And now I'm using my LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer in Light Ivory, and I'm highlighting my face. I'm speeding through this just because this part's kind of boring, but you'll be able to see kind of the map where I highlight. But if you've been watching me for a while, it's the same every time. So a little bit on my Cupid's bow, down my nose, on my forehead, under my eyes, yada yada yada, and I'm blending it out with a MAC 130 brush. I love this, and it looks like I'm swiping because I have it sped up like 100,000,000%, but I'm pressing the product into my skin. Now I'm using Beautiful Bronze to contour my face. I'm going under my cheekbones. I'm contouring my nose just a little bit, and it looks like I'm putting a lot of product, but literally there's barely anything on this brush right now. I prefer a more, air quotes again, natural contour, so I don't like to load the product on my face like some people do, which is, I mean, it's all you, there are no rules, but this is just what I prefer. So now I'm just using a little MAC 287, so it's just like an eyeshadow brush, a dual fiber eyeshadow brush. I love it for concealer, but I'm using that to blend out my nose contour. It just makes it really soft. If any contour needs to be blended, like completely, it's your nose. Now I'm blending the jawline, and I'm using the 130 again to blend out the rest of the contour. And if there's any spots that you're having trouble with, feel free to use your finger to warm up the product again and blend it out. That's just fine. Now I'm blending out my temples, and we should be done. Now I'm using Fluor Power Blush by MAC, and I'm going a little backwards. I do this all the time when I do my makeup. I just need to switch up the steps, otherwise I get bored, even though it makes no sense. I'm applying blush on my cheeks, and then I'm going to apply highlighter. Can you guess what it is? Can you guess? 2 seconds. And it is Bobbi Brown Beige highlighter. Ugh. I just can't get enough of this. I feel like so many people switch from highlighter to highlighter, and this is my jam, and I can't part from you, Bobbi Brown Shimmer Bricks. You are so lovely. I'm applying this to the tops of my cheekbones and smoothing the powders out with my finger. And now I'm using my Milani Nude Lip Pencil, and I'm lining and filling in my lips with this. And I'm going to be topping it off with one of my old favorite lipsticks that I haven't used in a million years. It is NYX, and the color is Heiress. It's from their Black Label Lipstick line. You can only get it online. And I'm a blonde, and I totally forget to send my under eye concealer, so I'm using my MAC Studio Fix Powder in NC20. Don't forget this. Do this right away. And to set my foundation, I'm using a Scandinavia Bridal Spray, and we done. So this is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoy. Feel free to tone it down or amp it up, whatever you prefer, but I like making tutorials for inspiration, so I hope you found some. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you aren't a subscriber already. Share this video with your friends, give it a thumbs up, and leave me a comment. I love you so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! How's it going? So I asked you guys on Snapchat. I took a picture of like a big stack of boxes and mail and stuff in my P.O. box, and I wanted to see if you guys wanted to see an unboxing. It's all stuff from companies that was sent to me, like PR samples and new releases and things like that. So